gotta get this radio fixed. I mean, hello? Is anyone out there?
Joseph!
Oh!
Joseph!
Oh!
I'm so scared.
Oh, God! Well, aren't we all, right? Folks at home, aren't we all terrified? That's the question we're asking ourselves today. Are you okay? What type of situation are you in?
I'm very badly injured.
Oh, God. Well, who isn't these days, folks? I mean, injured? That's maybe my middle name at this point. How badly injured? Are we dying? How many minutes do we have left? Because I'm trying to record a podcast.
Oh, sorry. I can manage.
You can manage? Yeah, maybe just man up a little.
I'm
yeah.
just paralyzed with fear.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to Before Extinction, the podcast for artists, by artists, right before the end of the world. Today, we are here with the lovely, with the effervescent, with the resplendent, splendiferous, and splendful Tessa Beard.
Hello!
Tessa Beard, classically trained artist, or currently classically training, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You are currently studying at
the National Art School in Sydney.
And you've touched upon many art forms at the National Art School. It's not specific, it's not specifically painting, it's not specifically clay.
Get a bit of everything.
Can you give us a list? What have you been managed? What's your least favourite, most favourite?
Wow, okay, so let's go in order of favourites. Ceramics, photography, printmaking, drawing, painting, sculpture, and then art history rises above it all at the moment. I'm super into art history.
What is it about art history? Is it the people and their stories, or is it the change in society over time?
Oh my gosh. Well, at the moment, I'm just really into like learning about the development of other cultures. And, I'm doing a course on East Asian art and also on the Harlem Renaissance at the moment in America.
Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah, that's like in America in the 1920s and 30s after heaps of African Americans migrated from the south to the north, and then like jazz and the flourishing of visual arts. Learning about that. So super keen to just learn about other cultures, which I haven't really done yet. It's been very like Western canon thus far.
Western canon, going into the Eastern. Are there any big differences? I mean, I'm going to give my little like quick summary of the Western art real quick. The Greeks did it.
Yep. Yep.
And then we sort of worked our way from there.
And we just keep looking back to the Greeks.
And we keep looking back to the Greeks.
Yep.
Then around the, I want to say 1870s, tubed paint was invented.
Oh, we're skipping the Renaissance. No Italy? No painting?
Italy, no. Tubed paint was invented.
Yeah.
Bam, Impressionists.
Woo!
Shout out to the
Impressionists make me think of you, Joseph.
Oh, thank you. I like to leave an impression. And then Impressionists inspire the Surrealists, because the Surrealists are like, oh, wait, we don't have to paint reality?
Woo! This opens so many possibilities.
Hey, Dali, check this out. It's not even AI generated yet. And since the Surrealists, we've had everything else. Reality's been open.
Performance?
People what?
Performance art.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
No way.
No, isn't art just things you look at?
Yep, art is on walls only.
And walls only, yeah. Shame they haven't figured out
walls and white boxes.
Imagine like a type of art you could hear. That'd be fun.
No,
what they even
that
call
would never catch on.
No, never.
It would never work.
No. I've got a friend named Chaperone, completely stuck.
Who?
You don't. Oh no, like she's. You wouldn't really know her.
Right.
She keeps coming to me saying like, God, I feel like there's a hole in my life where I should be doing something.
Sounds like an idiot.
Sounds probably. Now.
They should try visual arts, I think.
They should try visual arts. Visual art? Is there another type?
Exactly.
Okay. Serious question.
Okay.
Thank you for giving us that little expose on art history. Now, the Shadow Man has finally dug himself up from the ground like the great prophecy foretold. Of course, this happened in the year of our Lord, 2025, a bit earlier than the prophecy was expected. Did you have any plans before this reign of terror? Now, I can, speak from personal experience. I was going to cure cancer. I was also going to donate tons and tons of money to charity. But, Shadow Man appears. Obviously plunges the world into freaky deaky darkness.
Did he eat your fingers? Steal your fingers? Steal your poop?
Does he do that?
He'll steal your poop.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No. Worst thing I've had happen so far is he inverted my organs. They're all on the other side. Yeah. So like heart is on
For
the...
what reason?
I don't know. He's freaky.
That's so unnecessary.
He comes in, he says, "I'm the Shadow Man." And then he's...
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm in a lot of pain right now, as I said in the beginning of the episode. Because someone bit my leg, like really bad.
In the middle of the night.
Well, I was in the dark.
You were in the dark. That's how he gets you.
Well, I'm worried now that it was the Shadow Man.
Yeah, well, probably was one of them. I mean, who else bites people? Ozzy Osbourne? Rest in peace. Shame that the Shadow Man got him. Probably spent too much time in the dark. He's come for us all. The second that lights turn off.
But what, my plans?
Yeah, what were your plans before the Shadow Man attacked?
I was gonna
run track.
I was gonna cook.
You were gonna cook?
Yeah.
Like a nice meal?
Yeah, I've been learning how to cook recipes
of
based on, instead of like using up what's in the fridge, I've just been like using up what you find on the street.
Oh.
And then like trying to make...
We're talking roadkill.
Yeah, like
talking
roadkill.
Lost Orphan Boy.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. Mostly bits of metal, scrap metal. There's a lot of that around at the moment. A lot of dust. And heaps of blood.
And lots of blood. That was the surprising thing. I'm a big fan of apocalypse movies, when they were still around.
They're so cute.
They're quite cute. They're quite good. Remind me of they're quite familiar these days. Now the apocalypse is always like some big problem, like the zombies attack or like the aliens invade.
It's so dramatic.
This was a single guy.
Yeah.
The Shadow Man he got it like a lot of people.
And no one guessed it.
No one guessed it. No, Donald Trump.
I'm quite impressed with him.
And
the fact that he can reach so many people at so many different times.
Yeah, as long as they're in the dark,
he bit
right?
my leg this morning, and I'm sure he was probably...
This morning?
Yeah, that's why
crazy.
I'm in a lot of pain right now.
He inverted my organs this morning.
Well, and that's the thing. So he's everywhere all at once.
Everywhere all at once.
Which is pretty impressive.
Very impressive. Do you think he's like God in that way?
I mean, it's definitely a godlike quality. So,
Matt, do you reckon he's going to make
give it to him.
Like the Forbes 30 under 30 media luminary, sort of Guinness Book of Records for most terrible man?
Are they still running that stuff? Is that a priority these days?
He killed the presidents first. Then he just went for anyone in the dark. So hopefully they had the lights on. Anyone and everyone.
I think that deserves recognition.
Yeah. So back to you. Maybe second in line to the Forbes 30 under 30 media luminary, right behind the Shadow Man. Yes. Before you found a passion for visual arts, you used to be quite the actor. Oh. With your newfound knowledge, what is, in your opinion, the best medium for storytelling?
Oh, wow.
A lot of people use visual art as a medium for storytelling. Thinking about, historical paintings, telling the tales of war. Yeah. You could think about Frida Kahlo telling the tale of her mental illness and the strife she went through.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm really into books in terms of like artist books, visual art books. And
go on.
So we did like a printmaking unit where we had to just create a book. And I did some lino cuts and created some images of a time in my life that was a very beautiful time, and created like a little scene that came out of that. And there's something so intimate about having something closed at first, and it fits in the palm of your hand, and it's just a few words on the front. And then once you start flipping through,
a whole person's life,
these images unfold, and like hand printed, and then like hand bound with string, like the amount of care that comes into that. And that was last year. And then this year, at the moment, we have another unit about books. So I think that's just on my mind personally from my own experiences.
That's interesting. Do you think there is a tie between how do you say? Do you think that there is a connection between the amount of physical effort that's gone into a piece and its meaning? I'm thinking AI, the fact that people think they're instant artists due to, just putting in a prompt. But obviously there was once a movement that, art can be anything. Slap a banana on a wall.
Yes.
Duchamp in his toilet,
Well, I think they're separate categories. So I'm not discrediting AI art in any way. There's an artist I follow on Instagram, forgotten the name, but we can write it down and put it if you have show
Megatron?
credits. But he does these crazy prompts that they must be so surreal. I don't know what he types in. And then posts like 10 of them in a row. And they're all these videos that are just slightly different to each other. And they're kind of in like a horror genre sort of disorientating vibe. And like he's probably spent a lot of time, but like it's not handmade quote in the sense of like.
But you reckon that's still
is.
equal in terms of meaning?
I just think it's different.
It's different.
Yeah, like I think that's impressive, and I connect with it just as much as I would a handmade painting or a print. But it doesn't have that sense of like nostalgia or warmth or like intimacy that a handcrafted piece would. So I guess if we're comparing the intimacy of a work,
there's a difference between homemade ramen and instant noodles. So
exactly.
You're glad to have either if you're hungry, but there's yes, that's fascinating. Okay, well, moving on. The Shadow Man has taken many of our loved ones hostage. He's taken them deep into the dark hell of the Shadow Realm, where our fears are made manifest. With the increasing cost of rent during the current financial and housing crisis, like many others, will you turn to the Shadow Realm as a form of cheap accommodation?
Well, how much are we talking?
I think apparently the Shadow Realm's entirely free.
It's free.
Well, yeah. Did you not know this?
This is great news. No,
I'm scared I might lose you to the Shadow Realm now.
Well, and what are conditions like over there?
Well, it is the manifestation of your worst fears, but free. So
this is tempting.
Sometimes
and if it gets me moving out of home, then perhaps I'm interested.
A lot of people used to talk about like third spaces, right? Your first space is your home, second space is work.
Yep.
And third space used to be, the local pub, the local skate park, the local theatre. Obviously, COVID happens, that dies out. There are statistics on the sort of mental health side effects that has. Do you reckon the Shadow Realm's the new third space?
The new compulsory third space?
The new compulsory, if you're in the dark. If you go in the dark, compulsory. Because unless the Shadow Man maims you, apparently that's already doing to you.
But third spaces are meant to be good for mental health? I think that's the point.
That is the point. So it would not be. I mean, unless look, no one's escaped the Shadow Realm, right? And I'm not saying I'm going to be the first, but I feel confronting my worst fears made manifest might, what else would I have to?
It could be good for you. So in some strange way, it could be good for mental health because we're facing our fears.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking if, I saw all of my loved one die in front of me over and over and over and over and over and over again until they formed one giant megacorpse that died once over, and then I came out of that and got rejected from a job, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Easy, man. Hey, look at Porto. You don't need me. Thank you for having my time. That's all good. I walk about with a sort of freedom.
And then you go, thanks, Shadow Man, for preparing me for this.
Thank you. Oh my god. Maybe that's what he's trying to teach us.
He's like a loving father with a firm hand.
He's not the shadow dad we asked for, but he's the shadow father we needed.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Now, I know you personally, Tessa. We've both shared that one weird dream before the Shadow Man arrived. Where we were in that sort of dark pit and the walls are wet and we're trying to get out, but we always slide down.
And our toes are intertwined.
So if I try to climb out, you get tugged further into the pit.
Yeah, but upside down.
Because it's
connected from the toes.
From the toes. And that was great because that's how we first met each other.
Yeah.
Then we got coffees. Now I know that you've got an extraordinary skill when it comes to depicting realism on canvas. I've seen some of your portraits. They are damn good.
Thank you.
But you have now started to lean towards the abstract. We're thinking weird characters with exaggerated shapes.
Yes.
We're talking monsters of the mind. What do these little freaks mean to you? For lack of a better term, you're creating a lot of weirdos.
So much. And monsters of the mind is a great term that I hadn't thought of myself yet. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
My creatures I've been doing since I was a teenager. In my private diaries. It took me being in university and kind of actually having a really deep deconstruction of what I'd believed in as a teenager in terms of faith and my worldview.
Because the context, high school, you were doing a lot of traditional, like, here's a nice portrait done in cut charcoal.
Yeah.
And then you started to go.
And then, well, these drawings kind of just came out of me, like
Yeah.
almost like they drew themselves. And I didn't really show anyone them, but they were always around. And I was always really into kind of like dark art, even though for the HSC I was doing like realism portraiture. Always been very interested in dark, macabre kind of art.
Weird. Stuff that's confronting.
Yeah, and they draw themselves. And then I realized at a big time in my life that these were like manifestations of shame I felt
Interesting.
growing up. And this like shame that I had inside me was kind of like screaming out for help almost through my drawings. So what started as like silly creatures now is so meaningful to me because
now they're little sandbags, they're punching bags.
Yeah, or they're like me processing my emotions and everything. I say everything's a self-portrait, and my most grotesque
that's a good
creatures.
Quote. Everything's a self-portrait.
Yeah, my most grotesque, insecure creatures are self-portraits, and I think I love them because even though they're not traditionally beautiful,
they represent something to you.
Yeah, and my emotions and fears, and I think that's really interesting to me.
Now, from a design perspective, I'm coming from an animation background. I should say that I don't have a soul. All art I do is purely for others' benefit. I've never ever made anything for me.
Wow. Really?
Ever. Well, when a pet died, I made a few little sketches of me holding him, and it was like sort of, oh, alas. If only he was back, and etc. Being a lot of crying. But when I'm doing my visual arts, because I too am a visual artist, I mean, what other type is there?
Exactly. As established.
It is for the sake of design. It's for the sake of communication. Now that could just be because I'm an animator, and when you're doing animation, unless you're going abstract and weird with it, you're making characters for other people to understand. And so there's design elements. You know, the big character is going to be more muscular, most likely masculine, and he's got a more strong personality. The little thimble, like thin, skinny character with the big eyes, well, he's the scaredy cat.
Yeah.
The character wearing glasses is a nerd. The pretty girl character is probably blonde and a ditz. You know, there's stereotypes. There's design techniques with your little guys. Now, I'm not sure if this is conscious or subconscious. Are there design reasons behind their specific look?
Yes. Well, totally by what I'm influenced by. So I have an Italian greyhound dog, which, as you are aware.
Vespa, she's lovely.
Her name is Vespa, and she's pink and, well, she's white, but she has hardly any fur, so hence she's pink like chicken skin. And she's very spindly and has a very insecure way of holding herself.
She looks like she's ashamed to exist. I love her.
Well, exactly. And so
that's oh my god.
Yeah,
tiny little Vespers
has inspired my spindly creatures with elongated limbs, and they are ashamed to exist. So she's a big muse for me. And also my brother, who's doesn't do any art now. He's 8 years older than me, and we used to go out for family dinners, and he would draw on serviettes when we were children. And he would draw these side profile faces that he would draw the like eye sockets first, and then these big hooked noses and like moon-shaped curved chins like witches with warts on their noses. Like he would make them as grotesque as possible, and I think being the younger sister, I just thought that was the epitome of art. So,
man, this Mona Lisa lady, I don't think her teeth are nearly sharp enough.
Exactly. Yeah, make me feel something, Leonardo.
Make me feel disturbed and no other emotion.
Please.
I want to go into a gallery and be scared and slightly grossed out.
That's exactly how I feel.
Shout out to Marina Abramovich. She's the queen.
Yeah.
That's wild. Interesting. Monsters of the mind and their little Vespers.
Yeah.
Right. Well, going back to the real horror.
Of course.
The Shadow Man has caused much mayhem. Our healthcare system is in financial shock after the sheer amount of people who have had their shadows stolen by the Shadow Man. What helps you sleep at night, knowing that he's out there, watching you, waiting for you? He sees you when you sleep, and he knows when you're awake. So
yeah, omnipotence, as we've discussed.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, see, I'm really lucky because I haven't had my shadow stolen just yet.
Neither.
Yeah, I just feel like that holds so much of my identity that gives me a real strength to walk the streets currently, knowing I'm not alone.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, you always got a buddy on the ground right beside you.
And even though I limp severely as of today because he did bite my leg.
How's that looking, by the way? What color is the wound now?
Oh, it's fucking terrible. It was red this morning and it has become green.
Green?
Yeah, with some like yellow seepage.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I think means it's healing.
Yeah. Probably. There
is a lot of tissue exposed.
Yeah.
Like hanging in strings.
What, blowing your nose or?
This is serious, Joseph.
Apologies.
My muscle tissue. God damn it. Yeah. It's a grim sight.
It's a grim sight. So what gets you through these dark times?
Well, the fact that he hasn't stolen my shadow. So he chose to bite me, didn't steal the shadow. That's great.
Interesting.
And you know, I'm still keen to cook my little blood recipes.
Yeah. Out of the sharded metal.
Yeah, I get really excited when I see animals.
Yeah.
Because they're hard to come by these days.
True.
So,
do you still have Vespa around, or is she long since been eaten?
Yeah, she was pretty quick to go.
Not much meat on the bones, I guess.
Not much meat and also not much survival instinct on Vespa. So yeah, every time I see a dead possum, I do think of her.
Aww. Well, before you start crying like a wimp, speaking of shadows, you talk a lot about how art is about ourselves, internal feelings being expressed on an external world.
Yeah.
This is a big question. This is a big existential question.
Okay.
And it's not about the Shadow Man. So yeah, you can stop shaking. You could. Do you think, as a percentage, are people their own feelings, or the effect they have on the world around them? Are they the object, or are they the shadow they cast on the lives of the people around them? Is Tessa Beard her feelings and all of her choices and decisions, or is Tessa Beard the person I know, the person your mum knows, the decisions you've made that have helped people?
I see. So are you more how you see yourself or how others see you? Is that kind of the...
Yeah. Well, do you reckon a person is what they want to be and how they feel, or a person is the effect they have?
Wow.
Yeah. Do you reckon a person is the object or the shadow? Because one gets so remembered tricky for longer. I'll remember the shadow of Tessa Beard. And only Tessa Beard, the object, can know about its own inner workings.
It's so difficult to give an answer to that because I feel like it varies from person to person. I think it depends how self-aware you are.
Interesting.
And how much you introspect and think about yourself living in yourself, which I think you and I do a large degree of thinking about that quite awareness of our own existence.
Yeah.
I think lots of people, for instance, my mother doesn't do that at all.
Must be easy. I spend a lot of time looking in the mirror.
Yeah, me too. That was a high five. But I also think it's helpful to remember that you are not your emotions fully, because I totally fall into that trap. And if I'm feeling sad, I'm like, wow, I am a sad person and I will be sad forever. And then when I have some lunch, I don't feel that anymore. So,
well, that's very interesting because you're speaking about how you're trying to move to Eastern cultures in terms of art history and art study. There's a big thing in England and America. You know, we say that we're sad, you know, or Australia, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm happy, I'm hungry. In places like Ireland and obviously some countries in the Asias, sadness is a thing that happens. Emotions are things that happen to us.
As in, like, the translation in those languages would be like, I have sadness?
No. Yeah, or sadness. Sadness has fallen upon me. So thanks to the change in language, their actual conceptualization of emotions is different. It's not part of their identity. It is an event that happens to them, like the weather.
I like that a lot more.
You like that a lot more?
Yes, I think that would be very beneficial for...
Interesting.
For general emotions. But yeah, it's really nice to focus on how your loved ones view you, I think. and how much you contribute to other people's lives. Because it's easy
Yeah.
for us to be so self-critical and be like, oh, I'm sad, I'm a failure.
I think this. I'm secretly evil.
Yeah.
I'm manipulating.
But that's not how people see us. So I think to answer your question, it's both.
It's both.
Which is a boring answer.
But one affects the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good to remember
Yeah.
one with the other.
Okay. Well, this is the second final question.
Okay.
What does the Shadow Man look like?
Mark Bonanno.
Mark Bonanno?
Mark Bonanno. I said it.
Yeah, you're saying what we're all thinking.
Would you like some context for that?
Yes.
So the one and only Auntie Donna comedy trio, Mark Bonanno is a lovely Italian-Australian man who is part of them. He has skinny legs and a wonderful voice, and he became the Shadow Man, basically.
He became the Shadow Man. I remember
he will steal your poop is the reference I was going for with Mark Bonanno. Vespa's middle name is Mark Bonanno.
Is Vespa Mark Bonanno the dog?
Well, it's actually Vespa de Brickashaw Heisenberg. Mark Bonanno Beard is her full name. But so yeah, to me, the Shadow Man is late 30s Italian Australian man with skinny legs.
Who's coming to take
a screeching voice.
Who's coming to steal your shadow, steal your poop.
Yeah, and eat
organs,
my fingers.
Eat your fingers.
And bite my leg.
Yep, and eat all your apples.
Yep, that too.
Wow.
He's got a taste for them apples.
I was going to say, like, the Shadow Man is sort of the neglect we do on our loved ones, but I think yours is more poetic. You know?
Yeah, I think so too.
Final question. What drives you to create? What advice do you have for the people who feel like they can't?
Okay, my answer might be different to those two. What drives me to create, as we've talked about, us being selfish, self-indulgent people.
No, I only care about my own reactions to the world.
Exactly.
Yep.
Everything's a self-portrait. Everything is about me. And that is not an exaggeration.
No, fair enough.
When I'm feeling stuck, I go to memories. I go to places that make me feel things.
Your own shadow realm.
My own shadow realm in terms of physical places and also like emotional times in my life. Like big emotional upturnings and significant events. If I'm also stuck for inspiration, I find that looking at the work of artists that I really enjoy brings fresh inspiration. And so I think I would encourage people who think they can't create to first find out what they enjoy and what they like, and then just start using that. If you're into painting and you like the work of Picasso, say, like, just
do a Picasso.
Just have a go. Just have a little emulate, see how it makes you feel. Or also, I think keeping a journal is really important. And just being able to write down how you're feeling if you want to create.
To understand yourself.
Work with emotion. Yeah, understand yourself. And I find that often your hand, your words will know how you're feeling before you know yourself.
Man.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay. That's beautiful. Now, I did say that was the final question. I've got one more question.
Great.
Who is that behind you?
Ah! That actually scared me.
I'm kidding. There's no Shadow Man behind it. Wait. Oh God! What are you doing here?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh, he's right behind me!